Hey friends, happy April. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are. I hope you're having a really great start to spring, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, autumn. I'm jealous. I love autumn. I got some really great book mail over the month of March, and I thought I would come on here and share it all with you. Okay, I'm going to start with this cool package I got from HarperCollins. This is actually my first ever piece of publisher mail that I've ever had in the post, so this was really exciting to receive. So in here we got When Sally Killed Harry by Lucy Roth. I am so excited to pick this up and start reading this. This sounds so up my street. I love feminine rage. It says, "This is not a love story, this is a rom-com gone rogue." If you're someone that is wishing that they were getting publisher mail, I just threw my hat in the ring on Instagram. I follow Avon Books, and they posted on their story, "Who wants this book?" I said, "Me, obviously." And they emailed me and said, "You can have it." It can be that simple. I don't have the biggest accounts in the world, but I got PR mail. This did come with some cute little goodies as well that I will show you now. I really need like a desk or something in front of me. This is not a love story, it's a rom-com gone rogue. And we got a really cute little bookmark. It says, "I'll read what she's reading." I thought that was really funny. Some sweet little cherry stickers. And we also got a couple of cute little cherry kisses. If you haven't heard of this, I'll give you a quick run through on the back here. It says, "Say hello to Sally. This is the story of how I killed Harry Collins, destined to be the great love of my life, until one day I wake up in the Big Apple with the world's worst hangover, an empty bank account, and the sinking feeling that my life just nosedived. How it happened is a blur, but one thing is clear. I've been swindled and I'm not happy about it. And it's all thanks to Harry, a total dreamboat and a devil in disguise. He's got charm, secrets, and a smile that screams trouble. But Harry's not just a pretty face. He's a liar and a con man. When I discover I'm not the only victim, I decide it's only right I take my revenge. And with a group of wronged women behind me, murder isn't on the agenda. Yet. Because Harry's in for a nightmare and I'm only just getting started." A wicked, whip-smart revenge thriller. Dark, delicious, and deadly. Dark and funny. I eat this kind of stuff up. I know I'm going to love this. I know my mum's going to love it. I'm going to have to lend it to her when I'm done with it. But yeah, this was just so exciting and so special to me because it's my first ever piece of publisher mail. I am going to treasure this forever. Okay, next I got a super fun package from Pam Macmillan. I was not expecting this. I was so excited to receive this. This is me in a box. This is full of some really great goodies and I'm excited to show you. So this is a box of new releases from the Poetry Prescription. If you haven't heard of the Poetry Prescription before, it's such a cool concept. It is poetry for all of life's ailments. It's these really lovely little collections of poetry, and they are tailored for different times in your life, for different feelings. And here we have Wild Remedy. On the back here it says, "Poems to take you outside, for finding solace and tranquility in wild spaces, poems of earth and sea and weather." And then along with that, we got a Lush collab Wild Remedy bath bomb. If you're local to London or if you're visiting London, there is a Poetry Prescription shop above the Lush in Oxford Street, so it pairs together perfectly. When this box first arrived, I was like, why does this smell good? If it's from Pam Macmillan, it should just be books. Why does it smell so good? That's why. And I have been putting off using this until I could film this video, and I'm so excited I get to use it now. I used to be a Lushie. I had a Lushtagram. I'll put in some pictures so you can see what I mean. This was me on Instagram in like 2014. And also in here we have Becoming. On the back here it says, "Inspiration for courage, confidence, and authenticity. Stimulants for a faint heart to counteract quitting." I just think these are so lovely. If poetry isn't something that you've ever really dabbled in before, this would be a really great way to dip your toes in. And if poetry is something that you've dabbled in before, this is just like a really great way to expand your collection, to read a bunch of different poets that you might not have collections from. I do read a lot of poetry. I really enjoy it. I love it. I have a whole antique poetry book collection. I'll show you that if you want to see that. I just think they're so lovely. This poetry can be such a balm for the soul, and I really do recommend it to everyone. You can get yourself a little bottle of pills for whatever you are needing help with at the moment. I have Pride right here. I'll show you some of the other ones that they do, but I think this is so cool. Inside of here we have obviously a bunch of little pills, but inside of these pills, if you open up these little pills, inside each one has a little poem or saying, and I just think they're so cool. This one is by Walt Whitman. It says, "For the one I love most lay sleeping by me under the same cover in the cool night. In the stillness in the autumn moonbeams, his face was inclined towards me, and his arm lay lightly around my breast, and that night I was happy." I think these are just so, so lovely, so sweet, such a wonderful gift for a friend or a family member, such a wonderful gift for yourself as well. And I can't recommend it enough. Next on my pile, we have another little package from HarperCollins. This is just book. This is The Perfect Rom-Com by Melissa Ferguson. I am about 50% of the way through this now, and I am enjoying it. It says she's written dozens of smash hit romance novels. Too bad no one knows it. Aspiring author Bryony Page attends her first writers' conference, bursting with optimism and ready to sell her manuscript with the long-shot dreams of raising awareness for The Bridge, her grandmother's financially struggling organisation where she teaches ESL full-time. But after a disastrous pitch session, she stumbles into correcting another author's work in a last-ditch attempt to make a good impression with the agent. And she, as it turns out, is spot on. No one is more surprised than Bryony that the agent offers her the opportunity to be a ghostwriter for the Amelia Benedict, popular rom-com novelist. Bryony agrees on one condition. She'll write the books for this vain, demanding woman just as long as Jack Sterling, literary agent of the legendary Foundry Literary Society, that's a mouthful, works to sell her own book as well. What nobody predicted, however, was that Bryony's books would turn Amelia Benedict into the Amelia Benedict, household name and best-selling author with millions of copies sold around the world. And just like that, the Foundry agency can't let her go. But on a personal note, Jack is realizing he can't either. One more thing I want to say about this. Look at that flop. Look at that flop. They just don't make paperbacks like this anymore. I had to show you that. Okay, now we are getting on to the reason why this wasn't posted on like the 1st of April. I was waiting for my March Illumicrate and Afterlight boxes to arrive, and they are finally here, so let's get into them. I get the book only boxes. I don't get all of the random like items as well that they do in the full boxes. And because of that, I never get a little card in the box. So I don't actually remember what the theme for this month's box was. I'll put it here. I always get cards in my Afterlight, but never in my Illumicrate. I don't know. It's green. Let's have a look. How pretty is this? So the March book is The Prince Without Sorrow by Maithri Wijsakara. I'm 100% butchering that, but I could not find how to pronounce their name. I'm so sorry. On the back here it says you have to learn to be cruel before you can learn to be great. And oh, wow, that is some sprayed edge work if ever I've seen it. It's just plain green on the top and the bottom, but we have this cool like tiger print. Let's undress her. It is just the one-sided dust jacket. Okay, this isn't my favorite. Like, it's cool, but it's I don't know, it's a bit simple. It's not my favorite. I'll say that. Cool, but not my favorite. Let's have a look in here. The end paper art is very nice. I don't know why I'm like holding this like they're gonna speak. And that is the back. We do have a bound author letter, and it is signed. I really love this art around here. Okay, what is this about? A prince born into violence, a witch seeking revenge, a curse that will change the world. I mean, sounds pretty good to me. I was just flipping through and we have really pretty chapter title art. I love, 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 love when books have that. I don't know if it's all the same or different. It surely can't be different for every chapter, but I'm not sure if it's all the same. Okay, I think it just alternates based on the POV. So then we have this one as well. So yeah, not my favourite Illumicrate edition, but I do think this green and gold cover is really pretty and the book does sound interesting, so I'm happy. And then finally, let's get on to Afterlight. Afterlight have been absolutely knocking it out of the park recently. In case you don't know, Afterlight is like a subcategory of Illumicrate. It's a romance-only book box. And this year so far, they have really been so good. So yeah, I do get a little card of my Afterlight books. The theme for March was Down Bad. I do already know what the book's going to be. I don't know how they're going to redesign it. I'm excited to see. Okay, yeah, I love this. I love this so much. This is Fan Service by Rosie Danan. I really, really love this purple cover. It is giving like 90s paranormal romance. I don't know. I think it's really cool. On the back here in silver foiling, it says, I don't know if it was the moon or fate or the universe that made me a werewolf, but baby, you made me human. I love, oh my god, these edges. We've got a little wolf howling at the moon on the edges and just kind of like a night sky print on the top and bottom. Let's undress her. Oh, this is so cool. I really like this. Look at that naked hardcover. This kind of reminds me of, have you seen those like VHS style Twilight dust jackets? I have wanted to get my hands on them for so long. It kind of reminds me of that. I think this is really cool. I've been really into like printed hardcovers lately, and I think that's maybe why I've just been enjoying Afterlight so much recently, because they keep doing this and I love it. Look at the back as well. That's so cool. Okay, here's the end papers. And let's see if they're different on the back. They are. I love this. I'm really happy with this. They have really been knocking it out of the park lately. And it is signed as well. Let me show you like the Afterlight books that I've gotten so far this year, and you'll understand if you haven't already seen them. They're so cool. So that is March. In February, we got First Time Caller by BK Borison. The cover isn't very different from the standard cover, but it has these really pretty sprayed edges, and again, the end papers and the naked hardcover are just beautiful. Look at this naked hardcover. It's printed, but it does have that little gold foil that goes around and connects. Isn't that so nice? And the end papers. I really, really love this art style. This was signed as well. And then in January, we got, sorry, this is turning into just like me gushing about Afterlight books, but I have to show you. In January, we got Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson, and I think this is such a pretty cover on its own. We've got little Loch Ness Monster sprayed edges, and underneath this dust jacket, I think it's so cool. I love it when they do this. They do this all the time. If there is like some kind of book to reference within the book, they make the hardcover look like that book. Like, how cool is this? Look at the spine. And it has like these little, I'm not sure if you can see, like water droplets, shiny water droplets on it. So cool. And then the end papers again are so pretty. Aren't they so pretty? They've just been, sorry, I just had to talk about that for a second because they have been blowing it out of the park. I will note Afterlight books are generally smaller than Illumicrate books. You see what I mean? But they did randomly do a bigger one. Do I have it here? I do have it here. But again, not mad at it. And this also is in the same theme of like the hardcover looking like a book. This was the Best Text Ever by Nadia El Farsi. I, by the way, read this, love this. This is such a cute, cozy, witchy book. Beautiful. Sorry, but look at the hardcover for this as well. Sorry, this is just show and tell now. I'm so sorry. Hope you don't mind. How cool. How cool is this? Honestly, I feel like Afterlight gets slept on. Like, people are so into their fantasy and romantasy, which obviously I love fantasy and romantasy too, but people are sleeping on this subscription, I think. More people should be subscribed to Afterlight. If you like romance books, why would you not be subscribed to Afterlight? Again, I pay for these boxes myself. I'm not an affiliate or a rep or anything. I just think they've just been knocking it out of the park. Like, sometimes I'm disappointed with Illumicrate, sometimes I'm disappointed with Fairy Loot. My Fairy Loot subscription is over now, cancelled, because I did too many skips, and I was like, okay, whatever. Sometimes I'm disappointed with those, but I cannot remember the last time I was disappointed with an Afterlight box. They are always on the money. And that is it, friends. I'm so sorry I went off on a bit of a tangent at the end there. I hope you don't mind. I hope you enjoyed the little Afterlight show and tell. I can show you more if you want to see them. But yeah, that is my little March book haul. Let me know if you enjoyed these kinds of videos. I enjoy watching other people do kind of like their big hauls for every month, and I would like to continue doing them. So if it's something you're enjoying watching, I'll definitely be back at the end of April with my April haul. And yeah, let me know what you're currently reading. Let me know if you're subscribed to any book boxes or if you got any cool publisher mail last month. And I'll see you next time, friends. Thank you for being here.